The gentrification of a blue-collar industrial area is best illustrated here in Camden Town. Today, we walk through this interesting suburb of London and attempt to dive into its history and see what makes this place tick.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
And good day guys, welcome back to my video. And if you've been following my journey, you know that I got off a British Airways flight earlier on from Zurich to here in London. And I'm actually staying at the airport overnight because I leave really early tomorrow morning for Vietnam, back to Australia. So I thought instead of wasting my time at the airport, I thought I'd come out and explore London just a little bit. And here I am. This is Camden Town. You know, I've actually seen the sights of London many times. Big Ben, Tower Bridge, the Eye of London. So I don't have to do all of that again. So I thought today, I'm gonna come to a place where I've never been to. I cannot believe I've never been to Camden Town before. So this is where I am today, and I'm coming to you from Camden Diner. This is where we're gonna start this visit because I'm gonna have some lunch. Extremely bloody hungry right now. So let's get this visit started. Let's do this.
Everybody just do your thing.
I absolutely love exploring a gentrified area because it holds a lot of history before it became an Instagram-worthy, stylish, fashionable place to be seen in. And there's no place which embodies this like Camden Town, just north of London. Although the history of human settlement dates back to 7000 BC, the origins of Camden Town began in 1791 as a little more than a cluster of tiny cottages next to a main road. The British Industrial Revolution saw canals being built, and from 1820, the boom of Camden Town then started to take shape. Camden Town can be reached by the tube, and you get off at the station named, well, Camden Town. The main street where activities take place is High Street, and you can taper off to the left or to the right of this main thoroughfare, where it gets a fair bit quieter. This hustle and bustle climaxes at the Camden Market located here. But I am absolutely famished at the moment, so let's get our lunch sorted. Welcome to Camden Diner, an American-styled restaurant with a menu of shakes, burgers, and all-day brekkie. Being American, you know it also comes with crazy, insane eating challenges if you're game. But we're just here for some good old fried chicken burger. And for me, fried chicken and waffles. This is why I love to travel, because I can flip a middle finger at my diet and just go all out. As if this wasn't greasy enough, they've added a thick slice of bacon on steroids. Definitely delicious in all its crispy, crunchy goodness. Nothing like a well-seasoned batter of a deep-fried chicken. Ooh, who can forget the waffles? It too was very crispy, and this was all washed down with a thick strawberry shake. Now that we're all charged up, we go back on the street and continue this walk to marvel at these stalls, hawking everything from useless touristy souvenirs to uniquely morbid teddy bears. This one surely caught my attention. As much as I wanted it, what was I going to do with it after? So I left it hanging there in all its bloody glory. We're now drifting into the southern edge of the Camden Markets. This was the heart of industrial Camden Town in its heyday, from the early 19th century right up till the 1950s. Camden Town was swept up by the wave of coal-fired industrial revolution, which saw heaps of metal casting factories, foundries, and related industries churn around this area. The United Kingdom passed the Clean Air Act in the 1950s, which severely restricted the use of coal. That resulted in many factories closing down, and because every business was so closely linked to the next, the decay and collapse of Camden Town's manufacturing scene happened almost overnight.
Oh my god, this must be where all the action is. Because we just kind of walked down the street and voila, this is what we found. I think we should have come here to eat instead of the diner. But hey, what's done is done. Let's keep walking on.
We're now concentrating on the 1960s, where the coal-reliant manufacturing industries were almost all gone by then, leaving these giant factories empty, abandoned and derelict. The first signs of the Camden Market we know today began in the early 1970s, with a total of 16 makeshift stalls selling antiques, jewelry, and other bits and bobs like arts and crafts. It was meant to be a Sunday market. As the years went by, more vendors started appearing, and the Sunday market then eventually became a daily affair. Besides coal storage, these surrounds also hold many hints to their past usage as stables as well. Because horses were widely used back in the day to help transport manufactured goods from here to the London port. These days, they contain more shops, and this section here has antiques, plus showcasing the works of budding artists. Speaking of artists, these empty warehouses of Camden Town in the early 1970s also gave birth to performing venues to feature up-and-coming musicians. Many bands were discovered here, like The Clash, the Sex Pistols, and Blondie. Historians argue Camden Town is therefore the birthplace of the punk rock scene. In recent times, one of the more famous residents of Camden Town was the late Amy Winehouse.
It is so easy to get lost here, but I guess after a while you just try and get your bearings of where the main road is. But yeah, you can spend hours here and get lost.
We cannot talk about Camden Town without mentioning food. To say this place is a food lover's paradise is just an understatement. From the traditional British foods like fish and chips and pies, to a plethora of international cuisines, this market reflects the United Kingdom of today, with its melting pot of cultures from all over the world. Whether you're looking for a hearty burger, a spicy curry, or a sweet treat, this is a fantastic location to try new flavors and cuisines you may not have experienced before. What's amazing about it is you can do all this without breaking the bank, because these food stalls are known for catering to the budget conscious. Some of these food places we walked through gave me very intense reminders of how this construction was influenced. It gave me flashbacks to the open-air hawker centres of Singapore, the country I was born in. It just looks so bloody familiar. But we're here in the UK, and the weather is some 30 degrees colder on this chilly winter afternoon. Still, I can't help but munch on some crispy popcorn chicken. Yummo! As we continue walking about, you'll see this tranquil-looking canals which was constructed between 1816 to 1820. It is a series of canals which was used during the Industrial Revolution to transfer cargo from sea vessels from the ports into the inland regions of the UK. Since manufacturing was such a huge part of Camden Town, horse-drawn barges along the canal were also used together with railways to transport goods. As the importance of rail transportation began to overtake canal barges, the last commercial traffic along the canal was made in 1956. There were plans to cover up the canals with more railways, and that thankfully did not eventuate. These days, the canal provides a peaceful backdrop where many residential buildings have been constructed along the waterways. And with the revival of Camden Town and its gentrification complete, the property prices of houses in this area are some of the most expensive in London. The Camden Town today is one of diversity, vibrance, and unsurprisingly, a major tourist attraction. Personally, I wished I could have witnessed this place in its early years just as they were coming out of the dusty wasteland it was in the 70s. These days, Camden Town has an underlying energy of non-conformance and present a great opportunity for those who like to experience the alternative. Have you been to Camden Town before? Or would you like to come here after watching this video? Either way, let me know in the comments below because I'd love to hear from you. For now, it's time to join Live Ryan along High Street to close this video off.
Well guys, this is Camden Town. Do you like it? I mean, I love it. Every corner you turn into, there's always something new and it's so easy to get lost here. I mean, I gotta say that again and again, so you gotta be careful to make sure you get your bearings and you don't keep walking further and further before you lose everything, right? So anyway, I've chucked details of my Instagram on your screen right now, so hit me up there, chuck me a follow, so you know every time when I come to such an interesting location like this, okay? Of course, more importantly, do not forget to hit the subscribe and the bell notification icon, and I will see you for my next video. Bye!